Hi everyone, it's Tina at Phenomenal Beauty. So something a little bit different, as I've been reorganising sort of little makeup area that I have quite a few times over the last say 9 months, and you've seen me sort of do posts on that and just sort of do some stuff on Instagram and stuff about things that I've literally just thrown out. I've also got stuff aside, like actual powdered stuff or powder products that I've hardly used, maybe just swatched or haven't even touched, that I will be doing when we do like a beauty swap sometime when we get together. But this is some products like blush and bronzer is what I have a ton of. Like I've literally got a lot. If you've ever seen my makeup collections and my haul videos. Recently I just always go for blushes and bronzers. Can't help myself. Don't want to really, but because I want to try everything. And I've got products here that I've sort of been holding on to, you know, ones that you really, really love, but you've either just got a drop left, or you know the product sort of not at its best, but you just love it so much you just don't want to throw it out, whether it be for the packaging, or you love the color, or it's been discontinued, what have you. I've been sort of yeah, it is holding on to stuff that I don't really need to. So I've got things in here that I need to back to Mac, stuff that just needs to go out, and stuff that I've just not liked, but it's not good enough to, like the quality of it left to give away, because a lot of stuff I still give to family and friends. Obviously I'll sterilize it, but some of the stuff that it's so old or so, like I said, not at its best quality, that I wouldn't actually give it away. I'd literally just throw it out and maybe keep the packaging or whatnot. Anyway, let's just get to it. I'm going to randomly go through things. Okay, the first one here is one that I've loved. I've got a couple of backups. This is my favorite, all-time favorite cheek or blush. My all-time favorite, yeah, that's where I put it on my cheeks. Blush, which is called the Perfect Cheek by MAC. And it is, look, my dusty pink color that I love. And I've gone on about this. I've got one in, there was that Marilyn Monroe one that came out a little while ago. I've got it in that one. I've got several backups of it, but you can see there, it's just a beautiful sort of a dusty pink, just like I like. This one actually is probably one of the first ones I've ever had, and I've just been holding on to it. It's been floating around in my bag, and then when I swap out I have something else and it goes back in there, because I'm trying to get down to this last bit, but literally because I haven't sort of cleaned my brushes properly in between using it, or it's gotten that sort of film over the top, you know, when you sort of mix your liquids and your powders, or it's reacted with your skin has reacted with the product. So it's got that film, and I've tried cleaning it, but it's literally just not really usable. It's gone over its time. So what I'm going to do is literally just clean that out, and then I can back to MAC the little case. But I have absolutely loved it. But I've just been sentimental about it, but I have so many of that I need to sort of get through. I've already sort of opened that, you know, and powder obviously lasts a long time, but that needs to sort of go. Another one is one that I've just loved the packaging. I got this, gosh, a long time ago from, it was an online website when I first sort of started ordering online, and this is from Guerlain. It is the Divinara Bubble Blush. I don't know if that won't even show up in this lighting, but it's a really cute packaging, really, really cute. And I've sort of just held on to it because I thought, oh, I could make myself like it. It's pretty much a really hard, thick sort of, like a cream blush, sorry. And it's got like a really heavy sort of sparkle through it. It's just like a gold sparkle. It's cute, but I never really liked the consistency of it. It was more like a mousse originally, but over time, because it's just, you know, the air and everything's got to it, it's sort of more in a cream consistency, but it just never really worked very well. I tried to use it as a highlighter, and it just didn't look nice on the skin. Like, it didn't really go with my skin tone, even though it's a beautiful light sort of pink, like a dusty pink. What's that noise? But just the gold sparkle through it just didn't work. It just looked like I had gotten like, you can get those sparkle glues, you know, in arts and crafts, that I've just done that on my cheeks, and it just didn't look good. So I never really used it. So it's sort of gone off, and what I'm going to do is obviously clean out the product. It's no good. I couldn't sterilize it or get it back to some sense of normality to give it to someone. I never liked the product anyway, so I'll scoop it out. And it's going to be a really cute container, I think, to store stuff in, whether I put, I don't know, pigments or what I want, travel stuff in there. It's just really cute, and it's glass. Now this one, I think originally in my first videos on YouTube, it kept coming up in my favorites. It's a bronzer. It's by Sugar Baby Pretty Sweet. Oh look, you can see our messy kitchen. My husband, hence the boxes in the background, you think I organise a lot, like I reorganise my makeup collection and stuff like I'm doing sort of now. But my husband reorganises sort of house a lot. Like he just loves everything in a certain little way with his plastic containers and everything's in boxes with little labels. He's big time into that. I think I probably picked it up from him. But yeah, he's big into it. So the kitchen is literally a mess in the background. You can probably see it. Wah! But I love this. It's a beautiful case. I love the case. It's a beautiful matte, slightly radiant. It's got a little radiance to it, bronzer. It's called Glow Getter. Will that even show up? Come on, camera. Anyway, generous mirror. But that's a sort of colour. It's just a beautiful, glowy, bronzy colour. The only thing with this though is I've had it for so long, and I keep switching up between the different bronzers I have, particularly my matte ones. Love them. That this has got that film over it too. I tried to sort of scrape it off, but over time it's literally gone harder than it actually should be. It was a beautiful soft powder originally, but yeah, it's definitely gone over its time. But what I want to do is try and keep the sort of case or the mirror. I'll do something with it, but yeah, the actual product itself sort of needs to go. Oh my goodness. But I loved it. So it was a really nice one. But actually, see if I can swap. I'll try my best. Try and get some of it. It is definitely more of an orangey shade, if that will show up in this light. I don't know why do I do swatches like that? It would be easy to do it like that or that, but I do it the hard way. Yeah, so it's more of a, not an orange, it's more of that red tone to it. And even though I say it's matte, it's like a satin sort of finish. It's got a slight sort of sheen to it. It's really nice on the skin. Anyway, next thing is a nice sort of cheapy one. This is by DB or Designer Brands. It's an Australian one, but I think made in Taiwan? No, manufactured under license in Taiwan, yeah. So it's one of those ones that's sort of really basic. It's got talc in it, paraffin oil and all that sort of parabens and that. It's only a couple of dollars, but it's a beautiful colour. And this is Barely Blush 591. Again, it's sort of a dusty, more of a nudie. A nudie? Like a light pinky nudie, dusty pink? I'm terrible with descriptions. You can see it there, and obviously you can see it in the pan, but it's a nice sort of soft powder. But you can see like there's tons left. I got this years ago, and I've literally just, it's one of those ones that keeps getting shoved at the back because I've got so many blushes, and there's tons that I've given away, but this kind again sort of gone a bit sort of funny, and I've tried sort of scraping it, but it's gone, it needs to go. So that's one I will just be sort of going out there, but it's one I definitely recommend if you've only got a small amount that you want to spend on something, and obviously if you can get the actual brand. There's nothing wrong with sort of cheap ones. I've got ones that are really expensive, and I've got ones that only cost me $1 or $2. But that was one that I would recommend, just the colour. But unfortunately I didn't do it justice. I didn't use it enough to sort of you know, warrant it. I didn't sort of use it enough. But the quality is just like, you know, NYX, BYS, Chi Chi. Yeah. Speaking of NYX, this is actually a cream one. This is Rose Petal. And I got a ton of these. When I originally got into the NYX cream blushes, or when I was going through my cream phase a few years ago, I got like tons. Like, oh look, I've hardly used it. And it's a beautiful, I don't know, plummy pinky coral. It's but you can see it's a gorgeous colour. And they're really nice consistency, I must admit. It's cheap, and it's just, look at it, it's still beautiful. Because literally the main ingredient in this is mineral oil, so it will last a long time, meaning that it'll stay that sort of, give you that beautiful sort of feel all the time because of all that oil that's in it. But it is like a beautiful colour. I do recommend it, Rose Petal, if you so like those. But it's literally gone a bit funny, we know when it starts to sort of smell and stuff like that. It's just because I've been left it in the heat for too long, and I've sort of just, you know, when I used to sort of stick my fingers and everything, now I'm obviously doing it now because they're going out, but I generally now, if I have to put my fingers in something, I make sure I've cleaned them, also have sanitized them, and I sterilize the products in between sort of using them. But this one sort of just, yeah, it's gone a bit funny, so that needs to sort of go. But I did love the colour, I do love the blush, and that's sort of why I'm mentioning them, because sometimes these have or haven't made them into favourites, or I haven't mentioned them enough or used them enough, but I really do like them. Another one that I've loved is this Barry M bronzer, and I'm sure you've heard about it. It's the Natural Dazzle one. It's pretty much a red toned one, but look at the state of it. That's all that sort of film over the top of it. This is before I was really taking care of my products and the like. So somewhere is the original colour. But it's gone really funny. Like, I have sort of scraped it off several times, but there's no sort of resuscitating it. But look at that. The pigmentation is really, really good in it. But you can see how sort of like a bricky red tone to it. Browny red. And it's beautiful for contouring. It's pretty much matte, has that sort of silky sort of feel to it, the powder. But a lovely, lovely sort of bronzer slash contour, depending on your colouring, obviously. I've loved it. And I love the case as well. It's sort of similar to the NARS ones. But yeah, I love it. But this has actually, like, the whole casing sort of cracked. You can't sort of see it. This all comes off. It's cracked at the back. The powder's gone a bit funny. And I was just holding on to it because I just loved it. It was hard to get. There are places now that you can get sort of, you know, obviously Barry M products and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it was just, didn't use it enough. Poor thing. Next thing, okay, is a Collection 2000 blush. And this one is number 7 Candy. I got these, gosh, ages ago from a beauty supply store, only for a couple of dollars. I think it was I don't know whether it was the range was discontinued there, or they were the old colours or something like that. But it's beautiful. Number 7 Candy. Ooh. I'm only doing that because the powder itself has gone really weird. But it's a beautiful sort of corally pink. It was very, very silky. I really liked it. But literally, powders generally last 2 to 3 years, depending on how you can last up to. You can eke it up to 3 years. Don't necessarily have to, but I wasn't taking care of the products, and it's gone all bally, literally right through to the end of it. It's got little balls and stuff, and it's where sort of probably my oils from the, you know, not cleaning the brushes regularly or not spot cleansing them in between sort of using that. It's probably got liquid and cream and stuff in there, you know, either from my skin prep or liquid foundation, and it gets that sort of film, but it's gone really, really weird. The texture of the powder is just completely changed, so it's definitely one that I would not give to someone else. I know it's not proper. But yeah, they're very like silky blushes, very, very soft. And I don't think the range was really expensive anyway to get, but like the quality was sort of remind me of sort of Milani, what other ones? Even Wet n Wild, the pigmentation, like literally just a little bit, you'll get quite a lot of colour. Like the pigmentation is really nice. Next one is, okay, Naked Minerals. It's so tiny I have to try and strain to read it. Naked Minerals by Gemma. I think it's by Gemma. It's a mineral lip and cheek tint, and this is called Dorothy. I sort of got it because I was in David Jones one day, and at the back wall, I think they were getting rid of the range, or they're getting in new colours. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't sort of seen it since. Maybe they've revamped the whole line. I don't know. It was an Australian one. Not sure if it's still around or what. But I got it because I just love the case. It's a beautiful little white plastic case. I thought that was really cute. I liked that. It's like a little flower on it. Will that even show up? Anyway. And originally it was like a lighter colour. It was a lighter plum colour. It was a very thick, heavy cream. Oh, it's got really weird now. Doesn't smell so good either. Smells like plasticine now. But it was a beautiful plum pink. But it was, I insist, it was lighter than this was originally, but a beautiful consistency. I thought it's great for a mineral blush, but I didn't use it. And because I've been sort of playing in it over the years, you know, should I keep it, should I give it away? It's literally just, it's gone off is the best way I can say it's gone off. But it was a beautiful colour. So I probably should see if I can get that range anymore. It's called GemmaCosmetics.com. But it was only a couple of dollars, and like I said, it was years ago. But what I'll do is I'll scoop it out and I'll keep that. So that might be good just to put like earrings when I go traveling or I go away, or even just on my dresser I can put little stud earrings in here. That's sort of what I had planned originally years ago. Okay, next one is an Ico, what is it, Fat Balm Toffee. I got this yonks ago, like that, and I just didn't really use it. I didn't use it. I think it was kind of the gimmicky thing because I love the packaging. I thought it was cute. Can't remember where I got it from. I love the little tube. Sorry if I keep looking over here, I'm looking at the viewfinder. And it's called, yeah, Toffee Fat Balm. I just thought that was hilarious. No longer smells like toffee. I think it did originally sort of have a more of a sweeter fragrance. Now it just smells like just vegetable oil or something, not good. Well, that's okay, but you know what I mean, not what it should. And it looks like a toffee color, you know, that beautiful sort of caramel toffee tone color. Let's swatch. Pretty, look at that. Ciao. But yeah, it's a beautiful color. The consistency was fine. It reminded me of my Tarte cheap lip stains, and pretty much every other type of tube one like this. Great consistency, good color payoff, but it just felt like a lot of those ones sort of feel more oily on my cheeks. And yeah, and it was just more gimmicky, sort of either applying it like that or using the brush and all that. I just kept going for all of my other sort of cream products over sort of this one. It just, yeah, didn't sort of catch my eye. I think it might have come up in a favorites one time or something like that, but just didn't use it enough, and now it literally has gone off. It's just been so long. I was thinking maybe I could have cut off a little bit, sterilized it, you know, in alcohol, what have you, and sort of given it away. That time is long gone. So, but what I can do is I can scoop it out, like depot the product. And then what I could do is I could just, you know, put little things in there when I'm traveling, like jewelry and all that in the tube, because it's really secure. And that's what you can do with a lot of tubey things like that. Just don't think, oh, it's just a tube, what am I going to do with it? You can sort of use it. And if you do sort of make your own makeup, like I used to get, you know, make mineral stuff and lipsticks and powders and that, you could sort of obviously use that if you clean it out properly and sterilize it and all that in between, obviously. Anyway, so I will keep that. Oh, here's another one. This is the NYC New York Color Blushable Cream Sticks. I got this, I think, from Crush Cosmetics years ago, and they still have them on there. I think they might be clearance line or something if you're looking to get them, you know, sort of, you know, in Australia. This was Big Apple. Was it Big Apple? Big Apple Blush. Beautiful color. My type of color. Nice pinky color. I mean, like a blue tone pink. Beautiful consistency. This is a little bit thicker than that toffee one. Like it's a thicker blush. But it was a little bit harder originally. Now it's kind of goop. It feels kind of goopy, like creamy and just like there, because it is old. I've had it for ages, and it's sweated and all those sorts of things. So it's one that I'm gonna probably scoop out, and because it's kind of deep, see how deep it is. I could probably get little things in there if I wanted to like scoop it out and travel with. It's not one I'm going to use to make stuff and put it in there, but I will use it because I just like the whole tube. I think it's cute. I like the name. For some reason I'm drawn to anything that's got apple in it. I prefer green apple, but anything that's got the word apple or it's got an apple sand, I seem to sort of gravitate towards it. So yes. Oh, another one. This is another Collection 2001. Got it at the same place, a supply store as the other one. It's number 28, Pink Blossom. And this is more of a nudie colour, more one that I sort of used to tone down if I went crazy with my blush or my bronzer, or I just wanted a very natural look. It's very light, or I even used it sort of to highlight or under my eyes. Will that show up? It's a very sort of light, no room left. Light pink. It shows up. Very light pink. but beautiful consistency. But it's just started to get that little clumps in the powder, like it's balled in there as well. Doesn't really smell funny, but it's just 1 year. I would not give away or to anyone, because there's tons I've literally given to family and friends or stuff, and even some of my older powders, I'll just say some of them I keep just for reference for swatching the colours and that. But if it's literally gone, because it just takes up room and it's just silly. I really need to like switch it up. And lucky last, this is one I liked, but it was really gimmicky. I saw people mentioning this. I thought it looked so cute, the packaging. I think I got some from Priceline and some from iHerb, obviously cheaper on iHerb. It's Physicians Formula. It's the Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Powder. And what I generally do is on the back, I'll put little stickers and I'll put the date. So this was actually opened on November. No, what's the month before November? October 2012. So it's not quite 2 years yet for it, but it's gone really weird. It's gone really, really weird. It's got that horrible film over it, and it's actually started to bubble. I don't know if that it'll show up sort of on there, but it's sort of cracked around the edge, right down the bottom, around the edge. It's flaking. It's got that horrible film on it, and it's actually bubbling in it. So it's not one I give away. I have enough that I give away to people, and I'm keeping for a beauty swap. I don't need to, but this is in beige, and I sort of just used it, you know, as a setting powder to give myself a nice glow. I used it over where I would bronze or highlight or blush or but it was just one that was more gimmicky. I didn't get a, you know, happy glow, booster radiance, blah blah from it. The packaging was highly annoying. It's just like the Milani blushes, like just flip, so annoying. That sort of scallop, is it scallop? It would keep doing that. Every time I tried to travel with it, or the piercings would fall out, I'd have the brush in there, and it's sort of broken anyway. It's just, I didn't like the packaging, apart from that wow factor when you first got it. And it's just, like I said, gone really weird. And I never really got that. I know you do the swirl and get all the sort of colour, but I didn't see anything in it. But yeah, that one was more of a, I probably should have given it away when it was okay, but I just held on to it because it looks so pretty. You know, when you have those products, you think, it's so cute, it sits there, but it's silly. So, like I said, because of that thing I did on Instagram, how many, you know, over 100 products that I ended up sort of clearing out and going in the bin because they were just really wrong. Some of them were just yucky. And like I still have a whole heap, 2 boxes that I'm sort of keeping to give away and do those beauty swaps with. But these are just, anyway, beautiful colours. Again, still, because most of them are ones, like I said, that I recommend and that I like. And I'll probably manage to draw this video out into much longer than it needs to be done. I know, I apologise. I do love to go on and chat, but that's sort of how I go. Yes. So let me know if you like these types. Is it just better that I maybe just whack up a photo on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or something of products that I'm switching out or that I like or dislike? Or do you prefer for me to go on to these sort of rambling swatching videos? This is something that you'd like to see, because I know I've done a lot of haul videos lately and I'm just like, oh, it ain't good. Like, I still have a ton of reviews that I need to do. I'm going to actually have I think 1 or 2 days. Hopefully, we'll touch wood. We shall see where I can actually sit down and do it, because I do end up re-recording videos a lot. I just yap, and I can't even end this video. Anyway, I'm going to end the video for my son and husband to wake up. Okay, sorry, the TV just turned on because I think my husband timed in something. It's freaky when that happens. It really freaks me out.